Hello everyone, it's Old Guardian here. According to HS Replay statistics, Priest is currently the weakest class in Madness at the Darkmoon Faire, so obviously I just had to build a Priest deck that proves that wrong. And this is the Priest deck. I see a lot of Priests still fooling around with stuff like Yogg-Saron and all sorts of tools like this, and I don't think they're very good. I don't think Priest really needs those either. Stuff like Nasmani also, lots of hopes about that, but I don't think Priest needs that at all. And in fact, this Priest deck that I have been playing, that I built, this has proven to be pretty good against all sorts of ETC warriors, Khotun warriors, and Soul Demon hunters. So exactly against the types of decks that people are playing right now that are becoming prevalent in Madness at the Darkmoon Faire. And how does this deck manage those? Well, the key pieces are you want to be able to disrupt these sorts of battle cry effects. And Hecklebot is my new superstar go-to solution for all sorts of control decks. I just play Hecklebot in all my control decks at the moment. Just such a phenomenal card. You pick up ETCs, you pick up old cards, you pick up Ilgenots, you pick up those battlecry minions from Demon Hunter that help them deal damage. Just a great tool overall. And then Mindrender Illusia also helps you pick up that stuff once it already has reached the hand. So you can remove ETCs, you can remove Ilgenots, and you can avoid being OTK'd with the use of these tools. Obviously, against ETC Warrior in particular, you can also just starve them out by not playing stuff on the board, so they will have nothing to rush into, and that will eventually win the game. But against Demon Hunter, you really have to prevent them from assembling OTK combo one way or another. There is only one new card in this deck actually, and that card is Palm Reading, and I think Palm Reading is by far the strongest new Priest card. 3 mana, discover a spell, reduce the cost of spells in your hand by 1, and that includes the spell that you just discovered. So, very flexible tool, allows you to get some discounts in. That will mean that you can do stuff like Soul Mirror earlier in the game if you already have that in hand, and whatever you discover with that can also be played earlier than usual, so just a very solid piece for Priest. So when you play this deck, you defend yourself, you have this Pyromancer Apotheosis, some spell stuff going on, you have a bit of Holy Nova in here, you have a bunch of that 1-cost spell generation, there's a good stealing package in this deck, double Cabal Acolyte, 1 Cabal Shadow Priest, there's also the Galagrunt package, the small package, just Galagrunt the Unspeakable and Kronk's Dragonhoof, so you can have Kronk's effect, and you can also just generate Priest minions, so you can play for that value game as well, should that be needed. And then with Hecklebot and Mindrender Illusia, you have enough of this combo and battlecry disruption that you can just survive against these slower decks that are currently being played a lot. So I actually think Priest is pretty strong right now, it's just that people are building Priest decks in ways that I really don't like those decks being built. As for the mulligans with this deck, well, you try to get on the board early with some Wandmaker, Mindflayer Karsh is an excellent early game card, and then whatever removal piece you need for the particular matchup. Penance is a good all-purpose solution. Sometimes you try to go for those Pyromancer combos, sometimes you already try to keep some stealing, sometimes you already keep a Hecklebot if you know you're up against some kind of combo deck, and even Holy Nova can occasionally be useful. One of the matchups that I have most trouble with actually has been Evolve Shaman, because I only have these Pyromancer combos and then 1 copy of Holy Nova, so I can't very effectively remove Shamans off their early board so that they wouldn't have anything to evolve into. If there was more Evolve Shaman around, maybe I would need to cut like an Hecklebot for another Holy Nova or Breath of the Infinite. But in its current state, the deck is heavily tailored to fight against warriors and demon hunters. If you enjoy this content, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. You can also support the channel by joining as a member here on YouTube or joining as a subscriber on Twitch, where I live stream 6 days a week, so check down below for a link to my Twitch channel if you're interested in that. And now, let's go take a look at Control Priest in action. It's going to be the ETC warrior, right? Quite likely. Let's hold some 1 mana, get some 1 mana spells, option to use Hecklebot at some point. And then I have Illusia. So I should have a pretty good chance to win that. Squelchings. Kose Cash. Can it be a Bomb Warrior? I mean, some people are playing Bomb Warrior too. That might be more tricky. Nothing much I can do here. Going to Heckle, but would have its own risks. I'm gonna just hit face. Would I use the Draconic Studies? I might. More Cobalt Spellkins. Maybe. Maybe more Spellkins is fine. We'll see. It is actually a Bomb Warrior. Alright, well that's more difficult than the old ETC. This, I can actually lose the Bomb Warrior. It's possible. I'm gonna burn a card if I just play a Spellkin now. So I probably need to spend this moment to just grab that one. Let's take that for the time being. See what happens next. Alright, getting rid of a Shield Slam, that's okay. Not going face, that has got to be a mistake, right? So now I'm in a position to play a Spellkin. Do I want to play the Mind Vision? I mean, there's an alternative to save it for something. I would need a Wave of Apathy for that anyway, though. I guess I can play a Mind Vision. Okay, so they have the Blastmaster Boom in hand. So that one is coming on 7. And that's a little annoying. A lot of damage. And Horde Pillager too. Not bad. And even more Range Calibers. That's a lot of Range Calibers, isn't it? It most certainly is. So Blastmaster Boom is going to be played next turn. It's time to Heckle. Well, we get rid of Kronks, that's okay. It's fine to get rid of Kronks here. Alright, so at least there won't be a Kronks, even though there will be that Galagrand later. And I have a Soul Mirror for the Blastmaster board. So it's not all bad. Will be a bunch of damage everywhere though, but it should still be okay, right? I can't just do Pyromancer because the boom bots deal the damage afterwards. So I need to clear one of the boom bots. Do I? I guess I can, yeah. Clear off one of the boom bots here. Ooh, 4 damage. That goes phase, and then we're going to Soul Mirror. So I'll get rid of all of that stuff. I'm of course taking a bunch of damage here. We'll see how that goes. I have something that tanks a bit of it, so I'm not taking it all. But I'm the one who has 4 bombs in the deck. And more coming. But now that I have seen the Kronks, I've seen the Blastmaster. I might still be okay. That was a reasonable evolve, I suppose. Well, I really hope that there are more minions being played. Oh, that's so good. That is so good. Now I actually get to use the Pyromancer. I didn't expect to be able to do that in this matchup, but I do. Alright, 5 mana. Yeah, this works perfectly. Pyromancer, Apotheosis, a bit of Radiance I suppose here. And a little bit of Penance over there. Alright. Alright, good chunk of healing. So there is Deathwing left. And of course there is the third Wrench Caliber. So there will be more than those 5 bombs in my deck. Oh, this is the greedy list that runs 4 Wrench Calibers. Whoa. You don't usually run double Horde Pillager, because that's so incredibly greedy. But this particular list seems to do that. Alright, that was a bit of a surprise, of course. I don't currently have a way to handle this Horde Pillager. Let's see what the Spellkin is going to give me. Well, there's a Wave of Apathy, just not really usable right now. That's going to the Dome, right? It will go to the Dome, unfortunately. I think I just have to accept it. It's always going to the Dome. There's always a way to kill the Spellkin. And 4 Wrench Calibers. That's a lot of Wrench Calibers. I'll need to fill my hand eventually. Hopefully I can find Galagrond before I draw all the bombs. So that then I can fill my hand to prevent more bombs from being drawn. I just need to steal that one now.
Your mind is not your
This one and the Wave of Apathy there. Let's grab that one. Then I would need to make sure that I don't accidentally die. Which means some extensive healing right now. And I don't want Plague of I don't want Wasted. I don't want to take any damage. The minions from Wasted are just not strong enough. Maybe there will be room for Might Games at some point, we'll see. I can do another renew here. For an extra Radiance, yeah, that seems good. Alright, and heal up there. Okay, so far so good. There is 30 damage in my deck, and that's going to be another 15, so that will be 45 damage. But if I can find... okay, that's going to be 50 damage, eventually. But if I can find Galagrond, I will just fill my hand. And that way I will be fine. It just depends on whether I find the Galagrond. What did the warrior play last turn? They played just the upgrade. That's not really Morosundable now, is it? Not really, no. I want to use my hero power every turn. That's 12 damage, that's 30 damage. 45. That's a lot of damage, but it can all be avoided. Or much of it can be avoided if I can just fill my hand. I'll just play that one out there. Or I will have to use some removal pieces, but there are still plenty in the deck, of course. And that's pretty sweet. Also keeps the threat on the board. And if I cannot find the Galagrond, I cannot fill my hand. I find the Galagrond. Is there too much damage with the Warrior's Galagrond? No, I have 2 Radiances here. I should be okay, right? It's only 1 in 3 to draw a bomb at the moment, so the probability of bomb drawing is not that great yet. Does the Warrior have another removal piece? If I play Galagrond now, that's still at least 8. There could be more weapon buffs in that deck. It's still possible. I have to carefully weigh my options here. Alright, 8 cards in hand. That's good. Going up to 9 cards in hand here next. There's probably the good Doctor in that deck. that one. Exactly that one right there. I was hoping that it wouldn't appear here, of course. Because now that's a fairly large amount of damage available there. 9 cards in hand. Well, the doctor is going to die no matter what. But that 10 damage from that one. All of this damage might be a little bit too much in the end. There's going to be Blade Storms in the deck as well. Too many really strong tools. 8 bombs in my deck already. I would have to get to a point where I can start burning those bombs, but it's not easy. Probably have to become Galagrond here. If I manage to kill that one, but of course I don't. So I can fill the hand, but Warrior might have enough damage anyway. Warrior still has the Galagrond left. So I'm afraid there is too much damage, even though I fill my hand. And that is a genuine concern here. This will give a dragon at the end of the turn. So I can play 2 cards this turn. But there's still a Coerce too, right? It's going to be a Coerce. I'll play 1 Radiance and Hero Power. So I will have a full hand again. And I go to 15. But that's going to be killed with a Coerce, probably. Well, if it's going to be killed with a Blade Stone, then that's not as big of a deal. But then there's still all the Galagrond damage. There's plenty of damage from the Galagrond. Okay, so I've got rid of... Not attacking. That's a bold strategy. Very bold strategy. 3 cards left in that deck. I would kind of want to find some taunt minions. Those would be ideal. Abbess could end up casting a bomb, right? I don't want to replicate a Blade Storm. There might not be any minions left in the Warrior's deck. Are there any minions that Warrior could have? There is the... Well, not that many. I can just play the Ysera, that's fine. Warrior will have to kill the Ysera. Otherwise I can start playing 2 cards per turn. Yes, that will kill the Ysera. But that one will be killed with Shadow Earth Death. Then I fill the hand again. Well, it is a taunt minion. Can there be Captain Greenskin in that deck? That would be really unlikely. But I suppose it's possible. Losing Kronks is not fun, but it's acceptable. Let Emerald Dragon Hero Power. So Warrior will play... If there's no Captain Greenskin, then the Warrior will play the Galagrond. And start chipping away with that. Okay, there's Brawls left. So what does the Warrior have? Warrior has Brawls. There's a Sword and Board maybe. A Whirlwind could be there. Not that much else, really. This is the only taunt minion I currently have. I want to put it on the board. But it's killed with... Well, I've seen both Blade Storms. Maybe it cannot be killed. We'll see. I've seen both Bladestone Sprawl cannot be played unless there's another minion. And there's Coerce left, right? Yeah, there's Coerce. Coerce will be played. And that pushes 8, which means that I don't have that many turns left. If I had some spells that could be targeted, these Setex could do things, but as it is now they cannot. Warrior has 2 brawls and maybe a Coerce, right? I don't want to play the Murasond. I don't think I can play the Hayabes because I can't have it cast a bomb from the deck. Are there any minions remaining? I don't think there are. That's the biggest minion I have, so I'm playing that one. I have this 5 healing, which is going to buy me another turn. But on the other hand, now that the warrior didn't kill the minion, I can also just play Apotheosis on the minion. That gives me lifesteal. That gives me many turns. So now it seems that the warrior has come to a dead end. There are brawls in hand, so I of course don't want to play stuff, but ta-da! That was one of the most difficult games against Bomb Warrior that I have played, because there was so much pressure, and that deck was so incredibly greedy. But this is not that deck. This is just a control priest. I mean, so far it's been pretty good. I lost a bunch trying to play Control Shaman and Taunt Warrior today. But this one has been just winning. But of course Rogue. Rogue might have some different ideas about that. Rogues usually do. Did you get to try Highlander Priest yet? Yeah, I played Highlander Priest a lot yesterday. Crashers raiding. Hi, and welcome. So do I want to Palm Read now or just Penance? Just Penance is better. Just Penance that away. Get some health here. Don't know what sort of rope we're up against. Thanks for the message. Oh, you were the ETC warrior. Oh, sorry. I've been fatiguing ETC warriors all day. They just die. I guess this is palm reading into the Shadow Word Death, right? Now let's see what I can pick up from this one. 4 damage to a minion if it kills it, summon a new copy. That's not great. None of these are though. So I guess I'll pick that up. And just death the admin. Plague was random, right? Yeah, it was. Well, there's tons of discovery here.
Give me a quest.
That doesn't look too promising. Would I like a copy of Questing Adventurer? Genuine question. Yeah, I think we grab one Questing Adventurer here. It can stay as a 2/2. If the rook has something, they kind of have to kill it. Still if I can quest to find something to slot Cthulhu into. I mean, Control Warrior seems to be the only thing that you can use with it. I just can't see anything else.
Your mind is not your own.
Well, I will have that questing adventurer too. Because, I mean, I just like questing adventurers.
Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the show, please click the like button and subscribe to my channel for more.